Is your team being affected by a new Jira Cloud bug? Today, there have been numerous reports in the Atlassian community of done epics showing up on Jira backlogs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bug that's been reported. Here you can see this bug has been reported to Jira with an epic with a done status keeps showing up in the epic panel. What they mean by that is when you go to your Jira Cloud site, if you're in your Jira project, this is a project that I typically use for tutorials. Here you can see this epic is marked as done and has a resolution set to done as well. Yet you can see this epic is still appearing in the epic panel on the backlog. Before, any epics that were marked as done did not show on the epic panel on the backlog. The other thing that's interesting about this bug is here you can see I have another epic where we have two issues that were marked as complete and one issue is marked as done. And you can see that one of two issues is marked as done. Whereas when you look at this closed epic, you can see that it says I have 0 issues under this epic and 0 completed. But we have this epic opened over here on the side. When you scroll down, you can clearly see that I have 2 issues within this epic. One is marked as done and one is open, yet that is not reflected in the epic panel at all. So it seems that Atlassian and Jira Cloud has a bug going on with their epic panel on their backlog. The question is whether or not boards and timelines are impacted. So let's go ahead and head over to our timeline to see whether or not the timeline is impacted by this issue. So here you can see that with this closed epic, the one that we were just looking at on the backlog, that one of the 2 issues is marked as done and one of the other 2 issues is marked as in progress. So it seems that that is rolling up appropriately on the timeline. If you do not want any closed epics to appear on your timeline, there is a way that you can alter that. The way that you can alter that is that you don't view it, and the same thing with your backlog. If you don't want certain issues to appear on your backlog that are marked as closed, you can do a filter for your board to make sure that anything with the status is done is excluded from the backlog. The way that you'll do that is you'll either be in backlog or you can be in timeline. But if you're in backlog, you go to configure board. Under general, you'll scroll down until you see the filter for the Dev2 board. From here, you can select edit filter query. Same thing too, if you are on the timeline, you can access that filter query the same exact way by hitting that ellipsis icon, hitting configure timeline, going to general, and here again it says settings for your sprint board. You'll scroll down and board filter, you will edit that filter query. So here you have your filter, and the way you're going to edit your filter in order to exclude any statuses that are done is you're going to say project equals your project. You'll type in status does not equal done. And here you can see, before I hit enter, you'll see that I have all kinds of different issue types. Some of them are in the done status, and our other issues are in the done status as well. So once you have this, go ahead and hit enter. And you'll see that all of the issues that were in a done or a closed status are no longer populating. The other thing you can do is if you have multiple statuses that are considered to be done or closed within your project, instead of saying status, you can say your project and resolution equals empty. This will pull anything that is unresolved and open in your Jira project, which will allow you to have a workaround for viewing issues in the backlog, specifically clearing up epics with data clutter on your backlog until this bug can be resolved. From here, once you have your filter saved to what you want it to be, you can hit save filter. You can either save as a copy and then update the filter associated with your board, or you can just hit save changes. Now let's go ahead and test our changes. We'll go back to our project. Let's go to our backlog. And now you can see over here on the epic panel, we only have the one epic that is unresolved that is populating here. So this is a workaround just for now until Atlassian can resolve this bug. But if this bug is impacting your team, go ahead and vote on it. I will list the link here so you can come and you can vote on this particular bug if it is in fact impacting your team.